Have you ever wanted to expand from Amazon.com to Amazon.ca or even Amazon.mx, which is Amazon Mexico? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to expand your products in the simplest and quickest way possible from Amazon.com to be selling in Amazon Canada and in Amazon Mexico using NARF, which is North America Remote Fulfillment. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO and founder of EHP Consulting Group. We're your Amazon consultants that help you sell on Amazon. Let's dive into today's video so you can learn something new. So what is Amazon NARF? Amazon NARF, again, it stands for North America Remote Fulfillment. That's NARF. So pretty much if you're selling in Amazon.com, Amazon.com is the US. Amazon.ca is Canada. Amazon.mx is Mexico. So if you want to sell internationally to Canada, to Mexico, this is a loophole on how you can do it and test out the market. This is not an official way to sell in Canada. This is not an official way to sell in Mexico, but it is a way to test it out to see if your products are allowed to be sold in Canada and Mexico, and if your products will sell in Canada and Mexico. Let me explain. If you sell in the US and you enroll in NARF, Amazon allows you to sell in Canada. So your listing shows up in Canada, and when somebody orders it, Amazon does all the customs. So they'll take your product from the US and then they'll ship it to Canada and they'll do all of the customs for you. And you show up in Amazon.ca. It's pretty awesome. The downside is it's slower shipping. And as we know, people love fast shipping. So it's just a test. You're not going to get tons of sales from this. If you want tons of sales, then you can actually ship a bulk amount of your inventory into Canada's warehouse. At that point, you actually have inventory in Canada, and there's different taxes and stuff you got to go through. We're going to avoid that, and we're going to do everything from the US. This is a great way to test your product in those marketplaces. So now you know a little bit more about NARF. Before I start and show you exactly how to expand to NARF and a couple buttons, please drop a like and a subscribe. If you're learning something new, I would really appreciate it. It's going to help my channel grow and help me make more videos for you. Let's dive in. Okay, so remote fulfillment with FBA. So all you have to do is log into your Seller Central account, and then I'm just going to type in NARF. And as of right now, only one page is showing up. Remote fulfillment with FBA. And then you're going to click on this button, and it's going to take you to this like how-to page and yada yada. It's very boring. And then you can go to remote fulfillment with Amazon FBA fees, FBA customer returns, product eligibility, right? Building international listings tool, North America unified account with FBA export enabled. So enroll in remote fulfillment. Go to remote fulfillment. And it's going to take you to this page. If you can't access this page, just go to sellercentral.com/RAFN/inventory/home. And you might need to be a professional seller. If you're not a professional seller, you can upgrade your account in account info settings from an individual to a professional seller. Not 100% sure, but I'm assuming you will need to be a professional seller to access this. So just be wary of that. Now, remote fulfillment, reach more customers and new destinations. Use Amazon FBA's program to enable cross-border fulfillment using our local inventory. Any import fees and duties will be paid by the customer, right? This is a good way to test it out. And then what you're going to do is go to marketplace enrollment, and boom, I'm in the US. All my products are in the US, and now I want to roll in Amazon.com.mx, Amazon Mexico, and Canada. And as you can see, I'm already enrolled. You can also manage your listings, and then you can search your listings and then launch them there. After you do that, you can actually go to Canada and go to Mexico, and you'll see your listings there. Sometimes it takes an hour to sync, but you're gonna see your listings there, and then you can edit them in the Mexico marketplace, the Canada marketplace. But just know, using NARF, all of your listings are connected. So if you edit your US listing, it automatically edits your Canada listing edits your Mexico listing. So if you changed it in French, it's most likely going to affect your US listing. Again, that's another downside of NARF. If you were you could separate them if you weren't doing NARF, but right now everything's connected. So if you change something in the US, it's going to show up as a change in Canada. So bada bing, bada boom, bada bang, look at your competitors' prices in Canada and make sure that you have solid pricing. Your pricing will not change your pricing in Canada. That's one of the things that won't change in the US or in Mexico. So make sure your pricing is good in Canada. It makes sense. Look at your pricing in the US, look at your pricing in Mexico, and see what's going to happen. Compete with the competitors and go from there. You usually don't need to launch ads. You usually don't need to do that kind of stuff. I don't recommend that. The goal here is just to see if there's a demand in Canada. Are people searching for your product in Canada? Wait a month, make sure your listing's optimized, and see if you're generating sales from Canada. If you're generating sales from Canada, just know that people want your product. They're buying it even though it's taking sometimes weeks for them to receive it. And if they could receive it faster, they're most likely going to be ordering more. At that point, you can stop doing NARF and then start doing a bulk amount of inventory and actually expanding to Canada and shipping your items from the US in bulk to Canada's Amazon warehouse. That way everything is 2-day shipping for the Canadians, and you're going to generate probably 10x as many sales. So this is a good way to test everything, and important things to remember is not all of your listings are going to be eligible to be able to sell in Canada. For example, one of our clients, Phaser Defense, they sell a pepper spray. So it's a pepper spray, it's very smart, and we found out recently doing this that pepper spray is illegal in Canada. So once we figured that out, we see, okay, what are the loopholes? Let's look at the laws, and we figured out that pepper spray is technically illegal in Canada against humans. You can only use pepper spray against animals, such as coyotes and bears. So now, if we wanted to expand to Canada, we know the laws now, instead of trying to expand initially and all that stuff. This is a great way to test out the market and see what products are allowed to be sold in Canada and which ones aren't. That's something to know. Is it worth it? Is NARF worth it? It's totally worth it in my opinion because it's free, right? It's not a lose-lose. It's really hard to lose with NARF. It's very hard because Amazon does all the customs. Amazon charges the customer the taxes. They make it so hard for the customer to do returns. So I highly recommend testing this out. And if it goes well, you make more money. Amazon automatically converts the money into the US dollars and puts it right into your bank account. So I do highly recommend this for all of your products. And then if you see a big trend, maybe you're selling a biodegradable item and it's selling a lot like one of our clients are, then you can officially expand that item to Canada or to Mexico and double down on it. Then you have 2 different sales or 3 different sales channels that are generating you income. The best part is if your Amazon US account gets suspended, your Amazon CA account, Canada, or Amazon Mexico account is separated. Usually they won't get suspended either. So it's great to have different avenues of income on Amazon. And if you need help with expanding with NARF or expanding in general, contact EHP Consulting Group. This is what we specialize in. I really appreciate you taking your time. Drop a like and subscribe if you did like this video. Appreciate it. Signing out.